All right, so now we have flaked everything and we've quartered our slider. The next step is we're gonna be wrapping the pack job with the tail. Some people have a hard time reaching the tail, especially if you're jumping a bigger canopy. It's gonna feel like it's really far away. As long as you keep tension on your lines, you can bend your knees, bend forward, find that label that's in the center of the tail of your canopy and bring it up to your hand that's holding the grommets, okay? This is where you're gonna start wrapping from. So you don't wanna pull it too high, because if you peek down there, those D-line attachment points that you just spent time putting in the center of your canopy is attached to this tail. So the more you move this tail, the more you're gonna move those D-lines, okay? So you don't wanna be super abrupt with this, but you can bring it all the way up to the grommets, wrap it around like so, and then you'll see people use a knee or a hand. Basically what you're doing is you're wrapping the whole canopy with the tail gently, right? You don't wanna like rip it, because you could potentially pull those D-lines out and around, but you wanna pull that on either side. And you can see that I've changed my grip up here. I'm holding together the tail with one hand. I'm keeping tension on my lines, so there's lots of forward pressure. And then I can turn the canopy to its side. All of this nose that we flaked in the very beginning, this was all in between my legs just now, okay? So what we wanna do is we wanna make sure that that slider that we quartered, that portion comes out in the front. So I just reach in. If you have a hard time identifying where it is, you can find the grommets, and just from those grommets, you can grab that slider. Now, you don't wanna pull this out, because when you're pulling this out, you're pulling it away from the other part that you made it even. So you want it to be even and down all the way, but don't pull it way out, because you're gonna pull it away from the areas that you corded it on the other side, okay? So grommets should be facing each other, and this is going to be like open, no twist, ready to catch air as soon as it hits the relative wind. With the labels, this is just a tidying thing I do. I just kind of fold this tape under so that it's symmetrical, and I know right and left halves still even, okay? Now I can pinch my reinforcement tape on my tail, bring it all the way down till it covers the nose, okay? And notice the way I'm holding the canopy still. I'm holding it with my right wrist, pinching with my fingers, pinching with my left fingers. I can contain the whole canopy with 4 fingers, okay? Now we roll. In order to roll, put it against your body. That way your body adds pressure to the roll. And you don't have to like make it like a tight little joint. You can actually fold it like this, so it's all even and tidy. And you don't want to go too tight. Again, your D lines are attached to this, so the more and more you roll, the more and more you're potentially pulling the D lines out of their spot. So really 3 rolls should about do it. Basically, you're just trying to contain the pack job. And again, you want to make sure you're not grabbing any of that underneath. So I can feel that I'm not grabbing any nose with this roll, okay? All right, so we just finished our roll. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna keep tension. I'm pulling down with my left hand to keep tension. We wanna keep the grommets down and tension on our lines. I grab the top of this like I'm holding a bottle of beer or something like that, okay? And I can scoop now with my left arm. And what you wanna think of is all those lines that you just spent flaking are in the middle of your canopy. You wanna set this down as gently as possible. If you flip it and drop it, there's potential that that's gonna just mess up all of your flaking, and you might as well not even go through the process of flaking. So set it down as gently as possible, keeping tension on your lines. And when I set it down, it should look symmetrical. With this in the middle, this is where it's attached on the top of your canopy to your bridle, and right and left half should be about even when you're looking back at your container. everything back there should still be even. So the risers shouldn't be one in front of the other. Everything should be about the same place.